Motovlog show. I'm Gunner. Today I'm riding in Honolulu, Hawaii, Waikiki pretty much, and I'm riding an 08 GSXR 1000. So today I want to talk about lane position. So the divided highway is pretty much the safest place to ride, obviously, because you got a lot less of a chance of getting into a head-on freaking collision. A lot less of a chance of somebody turning left in front of you, right? But no matter where you're at, lane position is something you always need to be thinking about. So there's a few things you need to be thinking about when it comes to lane position. Your number one goal is to make sure everybody can see you, everybody knows where you're at, or at least to try to make it that way. Another one of your goals is to try to make it so that you can see everything you need to see. So when it comes to lane position, there's three different parts of the lane that you can ride in. You got the left tire track, you got the oil track. When cars leak oil, they usually leak it right in the middle of the lane. And so on a rainy day, the center of the lane is the worst spot to be in, because as it starts to rain, all that oil starts to come up, and it's coming up from the center of the road, or the center of your lane. That's funny as shit. And then there's the right tire track. So they're obviously called the left and right tire tracks because you're following the left tire and the right tire of the car in front of you. Now on a 6-lane highway, going in your direction, there's going to be 3 lanes. There's going to be the outboard lane, there's going to be the center lane, and then there's going to be the inboard lane. Alright, so the best lane to be in my opinion, is the inside lane, but you want to be in the right hand side tire track. Well, if you're in America, that's where you want to be. You would want to be in the inside lane, but you would want to be in the outside tire track of that lane. The reason I like being in this lane is because you only have to watch one of your sides, you know. I only need to watch my right side. I don't need to worry about anything coming from the left side. Alright, so divided highways are obviously the safest place for you to ride, because there's a lot less chance of somebody turning in front of you or crossing your path, and there's also a lot less of a chance of getting into a head-on collision. Now the lane you want to be in the least is the outboard lane, because in the outboard lane there's a whole lot of people trying to merge onto the highway, and there's a lot of people trying to merge off of the highway, and that means there's a lot more chance of you getting merged into by someone who doesn't see you. But if you are riding in the outboard lane, try to position yourself so that the person in front of you can see you while they're trying to merge onto or off of the highway. Part of picking your lane position should be your ability to see what's going on in front of you. And a big portion of that is making sure that you're far enough away from the person in front of you that if they have to stop abruptly, you've got enough time to either swerve around them, or you've got enough time to brake where you're not panic braking. Alright, so when you're stopping on an undivided road, stopping right here where I'm stopped, and the most center part of the road is a bad place to stop. And you can see why when this guy in front of me tries to turn, because if he didn't see me, he could just plow right into me. Alright, so another important part of picking your lane position is making sure that the person who is most dangerous can see you. Now the person who's most dangerous to me is the guy in this little silver Ford Fiesta, because as I pass him, if he doesn't know that I'm here, he might just turn into me, trying to take up the same space that I'm taking, you see. And the best way to make sure that he can see you is staying out of his blind spot. Now you're in his blind spot when you are right behind his door, because see, if I look in his mirror right now, I can't see his face, and him looking out of his mirror at me, he cannot see me, so I'm in his blind spot. Now I'd be even more in his blind spot if I rode in the left-hand tire track, you see. Now when you're riding in the center lane and there are cars on both sides of you, you want to try to make sure that they can both see you at least kind of well. So in this instance, riding in the oil track is usually the best option. That way people on both sides of you have some kind of chance of seeing you. You're always going to have to pass through people's blind spots, but do it quickly. Try really hard not to sit in people's blind spots. Try really hard not to sit right behind their door. Alright, so that's the end of my rant. Till next time, keep one hand on the throttle, and I'll see you at bike night. Hello. Hello. Ah. I got yellow fever. I got yellow fever.